During my long stretched out divorce, I felt like I was thrown into a world I didn't know how to handle. Getting out wasn't the rebuild. Understanding what I'd been through and learning how to function again as a man was. Everyone has advice on rebuilding. I have the footage. Here's a week from my rebuild and the lessons I learned from it. This week in my rebuild, I woke up at 102 kilos. And I just decided I'm not turning 47 like that. I didn't have some master plan, I just knew I was sick of saying I'd start next month or when things settle. Things never settle. So I set a target at 85 and I got moving instead of thinking about it for another year. This week in my rebuild, it was my son's birthday. There were cakes, party pies, junk food everywhere. Normally, once everyone goes to bed, that's when I'd clear up whatever was left over. I tell myself it doesn't count because it's a special occasion. That's how I stayed at 102 kilos. This time, I made my own food and left the rest alone. This week in my rebuild, I trained legs when I was rooted. I don't have any fancy leg machines at home, just what I've collected over the years. And in the past, I would have used that as a reason to push it to tomorrow. Tomorrow turns into next week. So I used the dumbbells and barbells I had and I did the session anyway. It wasn't perfect, but I got the work in. This week in my rebuild, the kids' mum called while I was driving them to school. And I saw them look at my face before they answered. I used to think if I didn't say anything, they wouldn't notice. But they always notice. They'd read the car before they'd answer their own mum. That's not on them. If there's tension in the car, it's because I put it there. This week in my rebuild, I worked out that the argument was never about the argument. No matter how clearly I explained myself, it never mattered. Facts did not calm it down, and proof did not stop it. And the harder I tried to explain, the worse it got. I would run the same sentence 100 different times, in different orders, thinking that this time, maybe it'd make a difference. It never did. Because that was never the point. The point was the reaction, my reaction. The second I snapped and I raised my voice and I said exactly what I thought, that was the story changed. And once the story changed, I was the problem. And that is how it was designed to work from the start. The moment you understand that, you stop explaining and you leave the room. This week in my rebuild, I was getting ready for my son's birthday party, knowing how this stuff can go. For years, I didn't even know when my daughter's birthday parties were happening. I wasn't told. But when it's my turn, it gets flipped. I used to rehearse what I'd say before anything even came through. Write long replies, defend myself before I was even being accused. This time I didn't. I focused on the party. If something comes later, it comes later. This week in my rebuild, my legs were still sore from Wednesday. Tight through the quads and hips, but nothing broken. Recovery was simple. Stretch what's tight, go for a 20-minute walk, drink water, get to bed early. Nothing fancy, just basic recovery. Oh, and I lost 3.8 kilos this week.